What up, world? Nicholas Coriano, and I'm here to tell you 23 things that successful people do. Okay, so I went and I downloaded every book written by a billionaire, Tilman Fertitta, Mark Cuban, the owner of Home Depot, Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, Oprah Winfrey, and a list of others. And I put together 23 things that successful people do. Okay, so let's start. Number one, successful people set achievable goals. Successful people do not set unrealistic goals, even when you think they're unrealistic. So if you look at an Elon Musk trying to get to Mars, or a Jeff Bezos trying to dominate e-commerce, while these goals may seem unachievable, they have a roadmap. And usually it's because they set smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. There was a timeline for it, right? They knew the timeline. It was attainable. They knew they could get there. They knew it would take a lot of work and time, but they knew they could get there, right? They were specific. They knew how to define the goal. It wasn't oh, maybe I'll get this way to do it or that way to do it, or maybe we'll get to space. No, it was Mars, right? So it was specific enough to be measurable enough, right? Measurable enough to attain. So number one on the list of 23 things successful people do, they set achievable goals. Number two, successful people take initiative. They take initiative. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. Okay. When they see an opportunity, they get up and they go after that opportunity. So initiative, successful people take initiative. Number three, successful people develop a positive attitude. And that's just so true. Every time I see, I've had over 2,000 clients. Every time I see a super successful client, almost never do I hear them complaining. Almost never do I ask them, hey, how's business going? And they say, tough. No, always fantastic. Wonderful. We're kicking ass. If they are having a bad day, the most you'll hear from them is, tough day, getting through it like a rock star, keeping it moving, right? So they develop a positive attitude. Successful people have a positive outlook on life, a positive outlook on the things that they're trying to do. Now, this is not something that comes naturally. This is something you have to practice. A positive attitude, you're not just born with a positive attitude. Some of these people that you see that have a positive attitude, they don't get up like that. They train themselves to be like that. They force themselves to be like that. And they do it through language, body posture, right? So avoid speaking negatively to yourself. Avoid hunching down, keeping your head down. Keep your head up, right? These are all things that help. They exercise, they move around, and they accomplish things by taking action, right? By taking initiative, it decreases your level of depression, anxiety on things, and it helps you be more positive because you are moving towards your goals. So they develop a positive attitude. Number four, successful people remain focused. This is a big one. A lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are like dogs chasing after butterflies. As soon as they see something new, oh, let's try that. Let's try that, right? Or they just can't sit down and finish something. You tell them to sit down and write this article, sit down to write out these emails. They'll get halfway through, and then all of a sudden they're on to something else. They can't remain focused. I suggest meditation in small doses. Start with 30 seconds, 60 seconds. This will help you train your focus muscle. Focus, like any other muscle in your body, is a muscle, right? So you can practice focus. This is something that they don't teach you in school, but you can actually practice focusing. So practice it and learn how when you sit down to start something, you finish it, right? So remain focused. Elon Musk is a great example of this. These are guys, the highest performers. When they're focused on something, they're not done until they're done with that one thing. And then they'll move on to something else. And what ends up happening is from the outside looking in, it looks like they're doing a lot. It looks like they're not focused. It looks like they're accomplishing things in 20 different verticals. But the truth is, they lock into one thing, they finish that one thing, and then they move on to the next thing. And because they're so focused, they finish that one thing quicker and faster than most people. And then they're able to move on to the other thing, which gives the perception that, oh my God, this guy is all over the place. They're doing a ton of things. But the truth is, they're so focused that they can get things done faster and then move on to the next thing. So remain focused, practice your focus. Number five, successful people stay organized. Successful people stay organized. So if you go to your desk and it's cluttered, you're going to be in reaction mode. If you go to your desk and there's 1,000 notes, there's no way you're setting the agenda for that day instead of your desk setting the agenda for that day. Okay. If you have a business that you're trying to grow and you're trying to grow marketing, you're trying to get new customers, and you're not organized in how you do that, it's going to be very hard for you to succeed. I sat down today, I'm writing 7 ebooks. 7 ebooks. Now, most people can't write 1 ebook a year. Okay. How is it that I can sit down in an office in one day and write 7 ebooks? Well, I organized. I organized myself. I organized my notes. I organized my outlines. I organized exactly how I was going to produce the content. And then I took away all the distractions, right? So be organized. Know where everything is. I would say when you're not organized, you're going to waste 30 to 50% of your time a year. A year. That's almost 180 days, right? 365 divided by 2. A year just looking for things. Just moving things out of the way when it's time to do the work. So get organized, stay organized. Number 6, successful people take action. Successful people take action. They do not sit around. They bang on the door until it opens or until it falls down. Okay? Successful people take action. They do not sit around idle, right? They move in the direction of their goals and they accomplish action steps to their goals. So a little tip here, if you have a to-do list, ask yourself, how many of these things, number one, how many of these things are actually moving me towards my goal? And number 2, are these things really action steps? So for example, if your goal is to make $1 million and you put on your to-do list, make $1 million, well, that's a result, not an input, right? An input may be pick up the phone and call 100 clients. An input may be get on your Gmail and send out 1,000 emails. That's an action step, okay? It's not the result of the goal. So make sure that to take action, you actually have to write down the things that you're going to do, the action steps. So don't just plan and put lists out on things that you want to accomplish. Put a list together on the action steps necessary to accomplish those things. Number 7, successful people are persistent. They do not give up. I put this on my Facebook the other day. One of the common denominators from all the billionaires, all of them, not one of them doesn't have this common denominator, is they never gave up. They were persistent. They just kept trying, kept trying, kept trying, kept trying, kept trying, kept trying. If you want to make a basketball and you never shot a basketball in your life, right? Just keep trying. Be persistent. Eventually it will go in. It will go in. And the same thing with business, okay? Be persistent. Number 8, successful people take calculated risks, okay? They do not sit around with insurance policies and not take any risk and make sure, hey, I just want to keep what I have. I just want to make sure I'm good where I'm at, right? No, they take risks. Starting a business is a risk. Leaving your job to start a business is a risk, right? Spending money on something you don't know will work is a risk. But taking a calculated risk, understanding that, hey, I'm going to quit my job, but I have this fund here for the next 6 months, so I'm not worried about money. Okay, that's a calculated risk. Hey, I'm going to start this business, but I did all my homework. I put together a business plan. I have market research. I have industry analysis targeting my ideal client. I understand my ideal client has money. I understand my ideal market is ready for my product or service and that there's willing buyers here or there, right? That's a calculated risk, but you have to take risks. No risk, no reward. Okay, so the most successful people in life take risks. Number 9, this is a big one. Successful people learn from their failures. Now I'm going to add to this. Successful, smart people learn from their failures. Geniuses learn from other people's failures. Okay? So the most successful people do not make the same mistake twice. It is a huge waste of time. It is a huge waste of time to go and try something, make a mistake, then get up the next morning and do it again. I see my clients do this all the time. I see humans do this all the time. Man, I hate my job. Get up the next morning, go right back, right? Man, I tried it, only made $10, and now I'm gonna just go do it again, right? Well, you didn't make enough last time. Now, don't confuse this with pivoting and making sure you're doing the right thing, right? And trying and having persistence to try again and try again and try again until something that you know will work works. Don't confuse that with a failure, a complete failure, right? Be honest with yourself. It's one of the biggest keys here. Be honest with yourself about when you fail, and it's okay. Understand that it is okay to fail. What's not okay is to fail and then go back and do it again. Okay? So learn from your failures. That is a trait of the most successful people. Number 10 on the 23 things that successful people do. Successful people develop self discipline. Self discipline. Now, I learned this later in my career, and I'm a big motivational guy. I get up every morning, I say my affirmations, I, tell myself it's going to be good, I'm going to be great, I am great, and that gets me jump started, right? But there's days where I don't feel like it. There's days where I'm miserable. There's days where I don't have a good outlook, right? And on those days, discipline takes me through. So discipline will take you places where motivation won't. Okay. Not every day you're going to be motivated, but you have to have that discipline. And discipline comes with routine. So if you can put yourself into a routine to do certain things, whether it's work out when you get up, start moving when you get up, say your affirmations when you get up, show gratitude when you get up, right? Have that discipline to do that day in and day out, you're going to be successful. And the same thing with your action steps in business, right? You can't be motivated to take action in your business. You have to be disciplined to take action in your business because one day you're going to wake up and it's going to be a cloudy day, or it's going to be raining, or the computer's not going to turn on, or something's going to happen that's going to kill your motivation. And that's where discipline kicks in. So make sure you have discipline. The most successful people in the world are disciplined. They get up every day, they know the actions they have to take to reach their goal, and they take them day in, day out. They don't care if they're not feeling that way. They don't care if the weather's bad. They don't care if something happened in their life personally. They have the discipline to move forward. Number 11, successful people network. Okay. So your network is your net worth. We've heard this before, right? Or you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with, right? Who you network with will determine where your business goes, will determine where your life goes, right? So get out of your comfort zone. And today it's easier than ever to network with the use of social media and online tools, right? So it doesn't mean you have to get up and get out. That's suggested too. I definitely recommend, getting out of your comfort zone and getting into places physically, geographically, where other successful people are, where people are that are in a position where you want to be. But the most successful people network. So it means get out of your bubble, go make new friends, go make new friends in the field that you want to conquer, and watch. That's really a life hack. A life hack is just get around the people that are doing what you want to do. Get around the people that are in a position where you want to be, and watch how fast you get there. What happens is your your fear goes down, your education level skyrockets, right? It's like getting a 4-year degree in a couple of days by getting next to a network that's doing what you want to do. The collaborations start proliferating and you start accomplishing your goals faster. So network, get out there, meet people. Your success is directly correlated to the amount of people that know about you or your business. Direct correlation. The more people that know about you or your business, the more successful you're going to be. So network, network, network. Number 12, successful people manage time effectively. Okay? Successful people do not waste time, right? That is the one thing that we all have. So if you look at the guy, everybody says work hard. Well, work smart, right? We all have 24 hours in the day. The difference is that the most successful people use that 24 hours wiser than not successful people, right? So use your time effectively and use the 4 Ds of time management to use your time effectively. So do it, drop it, defer it, or delegate it. If it doesn't, it has to fall in one of those 4. So if it can be done quickly in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, do it. If it doesn't have to be done today, take it off your to-do list, defer it, right? If it has to be done today, but you don't have to do it, you're going to delegate it. That's where most things should end up, in the delegation bucket. And if it's not in one of those 3, you're going to drop it. You're going to take it off the agenda and move with speed. Move with speed, right? So use time effectively, move with speed, delegate as much as you can, and drop things off of your to-do list. If you write your life goals down and and then right after that, you're going to write your to-do list. Then go back and check your life goals. I guarantee you 30 to 50% of that list is not relevant to your goals. Drop that stuff. Get it out of the way because everybody has the roadmap in today's information technology, in today's information age. You know where to go. You know the steps you have to go. So the only difference between you and the person who's successful is that they skip the steps that they didn't have to take. And a lot of people are doing things that they don't have to do to get to where they want to go. And they wonder why they're not there yet because they filled in their time with all this other stuff that is just not moving them closer to their goal. So manage your time effectively. Number 13, stay informed. This is a big one. Successful people stay informed. Successful people are readers. Successful people are constantly consuming information. Mark Cuban puts a $100 bill inside of his book to remind him that, hey, just one thing learned in this book can save you $100 a day, can make you $100 a day. Warren Buffett constantly reading. Bill Gates constantly reading, constantly taking on this information. So stay informed. Number 14, successful people practice self-care. They care about how they feel. They care about a positive attitude. They care about working out and eating right and taking care of their body and their mind and their spirituality. So practice self-care. Do not substitute this or not spend time on this because you feel like I have to work, I have to make money. It's a fool's game. If you're not right mentally, your business is not going to be right. So make sure you're taking the time for self-care, right? Hygiene, health, diet, mental wellness. Practice self-care. Number 15, successful people maintain strong relationships. This is something interesting when I'm reading through, the billionaires' books, and I have a list of them on another video I put together. Just type in billionaires who wrote books and then download everything on Audible. Every time you're in a car, you should be listening to them. But one of the most interesting things I found about billionaires is when I was listening to the book, every chapter was like, me and Bob. And then the next chapter was, me and Roger. And the next chapter was, me and Ron, me and Tony. And you started realizing that they built these massively successful businesses with other people, right? And 30 years later, the reason when they die and they have a funeral and thousands of people show up is not because they were rich. It's because they maintained really strong relationships. And those strong relationships help them build their businesses, help them build the life of their dreams. So build strong relationships and build them with good people. Don't build strong relationships with losers. Build them with people that are aligned with your goals, that can help you reach the next level. And then maintain those relationships, right? Send a Christmas card at Christmas. Call those people on their birthday and tell them happy birthday, right? Maintain those good relationships. Number 16, successful people find mentors. Successful people have people that have gone where they want to go, that have accomplished what they want to accomplish, and they get next to those people, and they learn from those people, and they usurp knowledge from those people. Now, today, you do not have to go and physically show up at your mentor's office, okay? Today, you have the internet. Mark Cuban is there teaching you how he built his business. Tillman Furtada is there teaching you how he built his business, right? All of these people are here teaching you. They're giving you the information. Find a mentor and follow their roadmap. Do not reinvent the wheel. You do not have to be the guy who invented the light bulb. As a matter of fact, the guy who invented the light bulb died broke, right? Who you want to be is the guy who saw, hey, that's how you make a light bulb. Let me put that into production. Let me follow that roadmap and replicate it again and again and again. Henry Ford did not create the car. He found you a nice, easier way to produce the car, right? So find a mentor, find someone that's been where you want to be, and do not reinvent the wheel. Follow the map that they have laid out for you. Number 17, successful people invest in personal development. This goes back to education and staying informed, right? Successful people take the time to learn about how they can get better physically, mentally, emotionally, right? They invest in that. So they're reading books on financial literacy. They're reading books on diet and health. They're investing in personal development. They're investing in it. And what I mean by investing, they're putting money and time and resources into that. So if you don't put any money, time, or resources into improving yourself and self-development, then you're not doing one of the things that successful people do. So remember, the whole point of this list is to make sure that you emulate successful people. It's not hard to become successful. All you have to do is copy them. That's the beauty of it. And it's not copyrighted or patented, so you can do it. Okay? All right, invest in personal development, number 17. Number 18, successful people take responsibility. Successful people do not blame others for their problems. Successful people are constantly explaining how they could control the situation, how they are responsible for the outcome, right? Hold on one second. Successful people are always taking responsibility. Number 19, successful people embrace change. They don't complain. They don't say that that things are changing. Oh my God, I didn't know. No, the one thing constant in life is change, and successful people embrace that. Number 20, successful people listen to feedback. They take constructive criticism well. Successful people understand that constructive criticism is the way that they get their product or service better. Okay. Number 21, successful people develop emotional intelligence. They're not emotional. They're calm under pressure. They know that moving forward calmly can help them make better decisions. They're not emotional. Number 22, successful people celebrate successes. Now, they don't over celebrate, but they definitely understand when they hit a goal, when they hit a mark, when they had something on their action list and they got it done, they take the time to congratulate themselves. I'm not saying go out all night on Friday night because you finished the work week. I'm saying once you hit something on your to-do list, congratulate yourself, right? Celebrate your successes. And the last one, number 23, successful people give back to the community. Successful people are constantly thinking about the bigger picture of people, right? Even in their businesses, even before philanthropy, when they're creating their businesses, they're thinking about the customer more. So they're always thinking about how they're going to give back, but the most successful people give back. So those are 23 things that super successful people do. I hope it helped. If you like this, subscribe to the channel, like the page, like the video, comment underneath about other traits that you've seen successful people do, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.